Hello everybody, and welcome. So I know I haven't even announced I'm going live, but I'm live. So what I'm doing is I'm going to play with some Posh Chalk pigments, some woodubend, some polyonlays, and just whatever I fancy, because I got so many lovely products. Maybe use some flour, don't know. Got so many lovely products at the conference that I was talking about last night, that I'm going to do some woodubend on this little table, make some feet. The woodubend I'm using, I made this table way back in January, and it's not finished. Oh, hi Tracy. I know I didn't announce it. I'm just slipping on, sliding in your DMs, sliding in your reels, maybe. So, Tracy, you'll remember this table that I started in January, and I haven't finished. And in December, I think it was in December, I won a box of woodubend. So before Solly Jo done her new packaging, which is this. This is the new packaging. Hello, Lane. Hello, Lane. I'm just sneaking on to do some woodubend and have a wee play about. So before Solly Jo brought out the new packaging. Hi, Fiona. Thanks for joining, Fiona. Solly Jo would have had, see the little broken bits? And if you watched her on a live, you were in with a chance. And I think if you shared the live, you're in with a chance. So in December, I won a box. And I'm going to use some of the woodubend to make this shoes for this little table, because it looks like see the knees of the table? The knees of the table actually look like knees. So I'm going to make some shoes, and I'm going to paint them gold. And we're just going to have a wee bit of fun for half an hour. I also have some milk paint out. We might do, we might do something with that. I also have the polyonlays out. So these were the new products. Push for space today. So these are the new products. Tracy, I think you're going to love these. All right, I'm going to move the laptop so you can see. Right. So yeah, can you see these, Tracy? I think you can. So isn't that these are pretty cool, aren't they? Elaine, you've seen them. They're pretty cool. So I got a few of them to play with, first of all. So they're very, very intricate, very fine detail, so pretty. But I think what I was most impressed with was their corners. Tracy, Elaine, oh shoot, now I've got them all tangled. So Elaine would have seen these at the conference, at the PBA the furniture conference. So can you see, Tracy? So loads and loads and loads of different corners. So yeah, I've quite a few here, so we might play with those. I've got all the equipment out. So if we want to play with them, I have the glue out. I have all that sort of jazz, all that jazz. So I'll set these down and move them out of the way, and then we will heat up some woodubend and start building little gold shoes on our little table. All right, I'll just move that to there. And I will move my stool, because I can't sit down for this. So I'll use my wee stool as a wee table for the laptop. So I'll still be able to see all your wee comments. Then I can move you in. So it's an impromptu live, guys, but it's also, I want to get you right in close. I'm going to move the table. Right. So at the top of this video will be a link for woodubend if you like what you see, and a link for Aussie Decor, as always, is up there, because you know I'm their BA, and they brought out new products at the conference and they sponsored it. So if you like what you see then, then you can go through that link anyway to Aussie as well. So I've got some kernel mustard here, and I think when I put the woodubend on, I'll paint the mustard first, and then I'll mix up some pigments. We've got some of the new woodubend, or the new Posh Chalk infuser, free in our kit. So I'm going to use this today because I think it made a difference. I think it made a big difference from me just using the polyvine to actually using the proper stuff that was made for it. So again, I'm just going to bring this into camera to show the box of goodies, some of the goodies that we received at the conference. And I'm going to get my tray. I've lined a tray for the woodubend. So, and I've left it in the kitchen, of course. So talk amongst yourselves. Get to know each other a bit better. All right, it's a good job not doing this for any organisations, for myself, So this is what right, the baking tray. McCain's, is it? This video is not sponsored in any way by McCain's. So you can use any brand of baking tray. So I like to line it with tin foil. Then put my woodubend in, heat it with a heat gun, and the baking tray and the foil seems to retain the heat. Now, Solly Jo has an electric griddle that she uses, which keeps the woodubend at constant heat and keeps it bendy. But I'm not at that stage yet. The glue that I use, it's Type Bond. I get it delivered. I don't know any retailers, so I buy it on Amazon and get it delivered. There maybe are retailers, but I honestly haven't found any. Elaine says the infuser is magic. Yeah, it makes the Posh Chalk pigments. It just makes them go really, really golden. Like really, when you use a different, see when you use a different thing, like when I use the polyvine, that you get a grey. Yeah, it mixes like grey. So I don't know how much we're going to get done, but we'll do a bit. What I want to do is, now this is not right. I'm going to lie down. So this was the Fairy Queen decoupage paper. I retail these. I'm a stockist. So if you want one of them, go to my website or go to my Facebook page. And what we're going to do is, with all our little broken bits, we're just going to make, we're just going to put some woodubend on and make it look like little shoes. And I think that would be cool. So I'm going to start just heating some and see how far we get. I have the milk paint out because I want to milk paint all my new exterior timber. So if I move you, right, so can you see the pergola outside? I'm not, see a stupid dog. Do you see the pergola outside? It's all raw timber. It's new timber right to the bottom. And I'm going to milk paint that in really bright colours because it's my garden. And that's what I want to do. That's just what I want to do. So I think I should just do it. Isn't that right, Elaine? Elaine Patrick's my hero now after the weekend. If I have any issues, I'm going straight to Elaine. She's a great girl. Great girl. Right, so I use the Ryobi heat gun. It only has one setting, which is really, really hot. So you just have to be careful that you don't overheat it. These are my pigments. If there's some left. And we have our infuser. So we do a little at a time. We just want to get them onto the legs and then we can do all the fancy paint work. Yes, go bold or go home, Lynn said. You can see already. Ooh, there you go. How dandy that is, you see? It really is a magic product that just turns to rubber. and I do think the baking tray that's lined with foil retains the heat. I really do think that. So I'm trying to work out what's the best way to do this. I think we should lay her down like that, and then we can build here. Maybe do this one. So type bond on. Right, so when you're putting your glue on your woodubend, put wee dots of it on, and then you smooth it out. Make sure that every piece of the surface is covered. And I think if we go like that on this leg. As I say, I just want it to look like she's got little gold stilettos. So you put it on, heat it again while it's on, and push down. It just helps it to adhere. And then we'll just go on to another piece. Try that strain. And just watch you don't heat it too much or it scorches. This one's fine, like, but if you heat it too much, it can scorch. So in again with your type bond, quick and thick, it says on this, which is what I like for my type bond. I do have Gorilla Glue there, but it's not as quick. So some, do you know what I mean? It slides about a little bit. So I'm going to put that on that side and heat it. And just with your hand, you're just pushing it in. And I'm also shaping this as I go because I want it to look delicate and nice. So this was, they see these little boxes of the broken bits. I absolutely love them. I tried for about 6 months to win one. And then I won one at Christmas. I gave Alison Bailey some. She's Pink Pearls. She had sent me, do you remember the glass bead gel? She had sent me that. And she'd sent me some lovely gold and that. So, it's all about passing it on. She was good to me. So when I won my box, I was just repaying the favour. So I'm going to turn this sweetie around and move on to this side. As I said, I just wanted to add some lovely detail to these very plain legs because the top of this wee table is highly, highly decorative. Then the base is variegated copper leaf. So can you see the lovely pattern on the copper? And then it's red and yellow, which I love red and yellow and orange together. I really do. So it's just a very quick way of jazzing up any plain surface. And you can cut these with the knife. Hi, Wendy. Hello, Wendy. I'm just making this little table a pair of little gold shoes out of some broken bits of woodubend. Do you stock this, Wendy? In your shop? Wendy has a brilliant store in Idaho. She's an elite retailer for Dixie Belle. She's fantastic products to offer her community there. So again, just heat it, put the glue on, heat it again when it's on your piece. Just keep it warm, keep it soft and moving about. Oh yeah, and then it just goes on a dream. So you can get a little wet baby wipe or a wet paintbrush and take off the excess glue. So I just use a wee brush like this and take off the excess glue. And when you see it, now this glue dries clear, so it will not be an issue. And I'm going in with Colonel Mustard from Dixie Belle. And I will be painting it all mustard and then doing the gold in about 5 minutes. So I'm doing that literally in a few minutes. I'm just going to move the camera over so you can get a clear view. And Wendy does. Wendy has a bit of woodubend. Yeah! Isn't it amazing how we're all over the world in different parts of the world and we have access to all these wonderful products? And you remember years ago, it used to be you just couldn't. You just couldn't. The UK would have been looking at America saying, oh, look at all the good stuff they have and we can't get any, and vice versa. And now it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. We can all get the same products. I love it. I think it's just great. I just love the way the world is evolving. Right, so I've got this on and I want to move this bit around. So you just stretch it and push it and hold it into place. Give it a little dry. Woo! So I think when your piece is highly decorative on the top, it's really nice to add decoration to the bottom and not have plain Jane legs or, you know, nothing on the bottom at all and all the detail on top, because it's not it's not a very balanced piece. So I have, guys, 1, 2, 3 more bits to put on. That's it finished. Then I will paint it, and then I will go in with the pigments. So I was all talking, I'm still talking about the conference. As you can hear my throat is, look how bendy that is. My throat is raw because you're all going to be really surprised. Wendy, Tracy, Elaine, I never shut up all weekend. I didn't stop talking. I think I even talked in my sleep. Because it was just such a great place and such great people, and new friends were made. I met old friends that I have been talking to for a year on Facebook, and I finally met them after 1 year. So I'm gently moving these into the position where I want them, stretching them a little, bending them a little. I have used these on 90-degree angles. If you've seen, I've used the Dreamcatcher one a couple of months ago, and it was at literally 90-degree angle. And what you do in that instance, this is my top tip. What you do is you get it on, you heat it and bend it, and then tape it down. I usually put green frog tape around it. Tape it down, and then when it's dry and hardened, it stays at that 90-degree angle. Okay. When these are on the piece, you can cut them. If you have a wee hacksaw, a wee jigsaw, you can cut them, or you can do what I did and just pull it off. Just break it off if you want. You can stain these with wood stain. You can dye them with wood stain. You can use paint. You can varnish them. You can use a wash over them. Anything you can do with your wood products, you can do with woodubend. Wendy done an amazing live that I missed, obviously, with the conference and just being busy over the weekend. And Wendy used one of our dragon decoupage paper from Aussie Decor, and she made it look like it was it was so cool. It was definitely one of those illusions, they talk about illusion cakes and stuff. So what Wendy did was she painted the table like a brick wall, with bricks, with old bricks. Hi, Samantha. And then she quite cleverly placed the dragon. So it actually looked as if there was a hole punched in the wall, and when you peeped through the wall, you could see the dragon. It was so cool. It's on the Aussie Decor page in the Creative Club. If you haven't joined that, you should really join and have a look at all the wonderful creations. And I'm on to the very last piece. And then I'll give a wee quick paint and a wee dry. But I think the baking tray lined with foil works really, really well. With this, it saves your worktop. It doesn't get too hot, but it retains the heat. So that's my second top tip, I think, for today. I'm full of it. I'm really full of information today, aren't I? How is Portugal, Samantha? We're getting a bit of a heat wave here in Ireland. Is it the same with you in Portugal? Oh, Portugal's usually hot enough at this time of year without an extra heat wave. So I'm just going around with my wee brush and removing any excess glue. And making it, clean it up a little bit. Getting it ready for painting. Right, so I have a little bit of trim. I was going to put trim down the front of him, but I actually don't think I'll bother. Right, so can you see? So I'll just move this a little bit out of the way. Put the heat gun down. Can you see the effect that I was going for? Now they're not even. They're not supposed to be even. They're supposed to be random and look random, which I think they do. And I'm going to just give them a wee quick lick of paint. Some kernel mustard. Oh no, actually it's not. This is Daisy. All right, it's not even kernel mustard. It's Daisy from Dixie Belle. And the yellow of the Daisy is a really good base for using then your metallic gold. And then you can come in with your red over it. I use barn red, Dixie Belle. And you can then touch up the likes of this wee bit here. There was one that I didn't have enough glue on. Or maybe I glued it too far down, so it was under. Right, stick the heat gun back on that. So definitely putting the heat gun on them after they're on your piece helps to adhere them to it, just bonds them better. And so I just want these to look like little golden shoes for the fairy queen. And then I'll be adding the waxes in different places to give it interest and to give it depth. I'm going to put some woodubend trim around here. But you can see this lovely variegated gold leaf. I think you can see it better now that it's standing up. Woo! And how pretty that is. With a lovely pattern. I really do like that variegated stuff. I think it just adds something different than just going with your standard metallic leaf. I'm going to say, if I have time, I'm going to start milk painting the timber outside, but I'm not sure. The light's really fading fast. I think we're definitely heading into autumn, definitely. it would stay quite bright down here for long periods of time, but definitely not tonight when I wanted it to. I've seen it at 11 p.m. Still light enough. So can you see? Yeah, you can see. So you just remove any excess glue with a wee paintbrush or a wee baby wipe at the time, or you can just pick it off after. It really doesn't make it. Dries white or dries clear, so it doesn't make any difference. And yeah, so I think that's them all. That's them all giving a wee lick of yellow, which helps with the gold. And then I'm going to mix up a little tiny bit of our pigments with a little bit of the infuser. The pigments are in. These are my favourite. They're the pale gold. They're in, and then the infuser is going in. And you only need a little bit of it. You definitely only need a little. Little is less is more when you're using the infuser. And then if you need to add to it, you can. You don't want to put too much in and have it really watery when you're going for a thick gold paint. If anyone has any questions, fire away. Feel free to ask any questions. It'll just take me another 10 seconds of mixing, and then I've got this beautiful, really beautiful gold, light gold paint, and it's going to take a couple of coats on top of this yellow. And then we go in with the red and then the final coat, just to tidy it all up. And obviously when it's finished and dried, I will post pictures. So where is the red? So going in with the red. Need another brush. Need another brush for the red. And that's what you keep doing. Just keep layering. Just keep doing layers of the paints, and then the final layer is a coat of. So I'll add another brush. Brush. Okay, this is maybe a larger brush than I wanted. The final coat will be the gold pigments. But I'll just give you a wee idea on this side of how it's going to look. You get the really bright gold shoes on. And it's going to be really cool. Try and get to focus. So that's the way it's going to look when you get the gold pigments on top of the red. Hi Ursula, how are you? Thanks for joining. Thank you for joining, Ursula. It's been a long time. COVID has really stopped, people going out and meeting up. So thank God for Facebook that we can all still keep in touch and post pictures of our happy things and post pictures of our not so happy things, and keeping your friends' lives. I love it. I love all things like that. So more gold. I'm just running the gold over the top of the red, and then because I painted it yellow, any bits that are in deep of the carvings they'll be covered as well with the same colour palette. So I'll turn that around that way. And go and do another little, just a little fine coat. There's the crazy dog starting. Hey dog, stop. So I'll have to show you what I did earlier. In fact, I'll show you now. So I decided to put my foot on the paint. You know the way you get the big tin of paint and you put your foot and you stomp the lid down? My foot went right into it, and my slipper went right into the tin of paint. So it's a look. Yeah. So do you know what? Painting is a very hazardous profession. You can lose your shoes very quickly when you're painting. So again, I'm going in with my red. And then I will be going in with my gold. I might add a few wee small bits of woodubend at the very bottom, or I might not. So these pigments are just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And they're a lovely colour. And the infuser is great. It's just really, really great. Right, I think that's all I'm going to do as far as the feet are concerned. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put her on her knees. So the Fairy Queen is on her knees. But she's got shoes. So she can be grateful that she's on her knees, but she has shoes now that are nearly finished. So do you see here, you can see we darkened piece. So I went to pottery ceramics and I made a little love heart in ceramic, and it was fired in the kiln and painted and glazed, so that's there. But then obviously I went to put one there and then I took it off, so we're left with the mark there, and I don't want to try and put this lovely leaf over the top because it just won't work. So what I'm going to do is add just a little bit of woodubend there, yes, to hide it. I'm just going to hide that with a little bit of woodubend. So I'm going to try and pick a little piece. It's just like a little flower or something. And use it. So here, right, here I have a little rose. Can you see that? So I have a little flowers, little rose, and I'm going to attach that there. I'm going to use the same, just do exactly the same as I did before. And whoo, I'm just going to move the camera back. Right, I'm going to do exactly the same as I did before. And I heat it with a heat gun, put the glue on, heat it again. And that's it done. So you can layer these. You can layer these up. You can layer woodubend. Some of the woodubends are thin, like this one's thin. Some of them are really thick and you can't, but this one's very thin, do you see? So you can actually layer these on top of each other, which is fantastic. And you can build up an entire pattern and an entire piece with all different designs all layered up. They don't necessarily have to be from the same collection or the same anything really. So there, the piece is on. Going to hit it with a heat gun. Just to push it in to the piece. Now, as you can see, there's already woodubend on, and it's already been done in the red, the gold. So that's what our shoes are going to look like when it's dry. And I just think they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool designs. And that's yeah, you can see. Bring in, and that's that on that little piece of metallic foil that wasn't right has now disappeared. It's gone. It's magic. Absolute magic. And so what, yes, so what I'm going to do, right, that's the last time, that's the last time I'm moving this. So I'm just going to grab one of these poly-on things, this lady, and I am going to paint her. Right, so I'm just going to paint her raw with the posh chalks that I've mixed up. So just going to go over. She's going to go on the door of a drinks cabinet on the inside of the door. So when they open it up, they will see it. I need a dark colour behind her so you can see. So I'm just brushing on the Posh Chalk Pigments, Pale Gold, and it's just picking up all the detail of the poly-on lay. And I'm going to show you that in a second, how easy these are. These are another really easy but effective, and it's a new product from polyonlay.com. And the corners are fantastic. The large corners retail at £5. £5. And you just glue them on the same as you do with other appliques. Right, so I'll put it on a piece of tissue paper, and then you can see, well, then I can see if I've missed any bits, and you can see then how pretty it is. Can you see that, Tracy? So that's nice shiny gold, and it's so delicate and beautiful. And I have a drinks cabinet done with Aussie Decor Moody Blues, which I will just remind you what Moody Blues is. Right, so that is our Moody Blues lady. Do you see her? So that's our Moody Blues decoupage paper from Aussie Decor. And then this is the poly-on lay from polyonlay.com. And I think if this is inside the door, she's on the other one's on the outside. I think we have a very cohesive. Hello, Emma Gibson. Hi. I think we're going to have a very cohesive design if the poly-on lays, when you open the door, there's going to be cranberry. Well, it is already cranberry, and then she's going to be on it. And then Moody Blues is already on the outside. And I think that's going to be a really fun way to use the poly-on lays. Will be to enhance your design. So what I'm going to do, so I'm saying this isn't for Aussie Decor because it's a wee bit unprofessional tonight, because it's just me playing around with some new products that I managed to get my hands on. Well, I also managed keep dropping this camera, and then it knocks off, and then I'm like, that's a real poor quality camera. So I think it's to do with me dropping it all the time. So to recap, I used woodubend, Posh Chalk Pigments and Pale Gold, Dixie Belle, Daisy. I showed you Aussie Decor Transfers Luxe. They brought out, did you see the David Bowie one? I have to show you the David Bowie, the new paper. It is absolutely amazing. I love David Bowie, and my friend Claire Green, she loves David Bowie, so I'm hoping that Claire Green sees this. I'm actually hoping she doesn't see it, because I might do something for Christmas with David Bowie. Hey, Emma Gibson, you're so pretty. I know it is gorgeous. I thought you were talking about me, but it's that, isn't it? Right, David Bowie, here we come. With his one, did he have one blue eye and one green eye? Or was it one brown eye and one green eye? And here he is. in his glory. Yeah, so lovely. I see you. I see you. So that's wonderful. So thank you for joining. If you join me, I know you're going to be sick looking at me. If you join me again tomorrow night, I will have finished the shoes on this one. Remember, I'm a stockist for these tissue papers from Mint by Michelle. I'm a brand ambassador for Aussie Decor. I feel like Formula One. I should get a Formula One racing car. And I was doing woodubend for woodubend. Love it. Absolutely love it. So yeah, tomorrow night I'll just jump on when I have a half an hour again. We will do some more with some more new products, which will be Fleur markers. Fleur give me a free marker. So we'll use it. We'll use our Fleur chalk paint marker. And tomorrow night we are going to milk paint my pergola with some Hawaiian hibiscus. Look at that for red. Right, so that's what we'll do tomorrow night. That's the plan. That's the plan of action, and I will stick to it. So I'll see you all about, I don't know, 7 maybe tomorrow again. We'll do some milk painting outside. How cool is that? I think that's cool. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Bye.